Good evening and welcome. I'm just waiting for a few users to add so that I can start. Good evening and welcome. I begin what I want to say. Or should I wait for some more people to add up actually? Well, let me start actually. Good evening and welcome to Nonsense Talk Live. Speaking to you after a long time. Actually, I just wanted to discuss a few things that I have been going through on media, both in print as well as visual, digital media. Couple of things needs to be clarified outright. Number one, before starting, let me just mention one thing. Probably today I will be speaking both in English and Hindi because many users in private have asked me to talk something in Hindi also. Perhaps they are more comfortable in Hindi. Anyway, that is not a big issue. तो सबसे पहले आप सबका इस्तकबाल है नॉनसेंस टॉक लाइव पे. आज का जो डिस्कशन है जाहिर सी बात है गलवान पर है, लेकिन उससे पहले मैं एक चीज़ कहना चाहूँगा यहाँ पे. हो सकता है कि आज मैं जो कहने जा रहा हूँ कुछ लोगों को नागवार गुजरे, लोगों को पसंद ना आए. कुछ लोग शायद ये भी सोचें कि मैं भक्त नहीं हूँ, मोदी भक्त नहीं हूँ. लेकिन एक चीज़ यहाँ साफ करना बहुत ज़रूरी है कि गलवान को अगर समझना है और चाइनीज़ अटैक को, क्योंकि मैं इसको अटैक मानता हूँ, मैं इसको कतई झड़प या क्लैशेस कोट अनकोट जो कही जा रही है मैं मानने से इनकार करता हूँ. Coming back to the topic, as I was saying that I refuse to accept that this attack in Galwan, as I said that I strictly feel that this is an attack. This is certainly not a clash, not a scuffle. So the media which are actually trying to play it as scuffle, as attack, I pity them. I pity their intellect. I pity their integrity. I am not asking questions on their acumen because, as I always say, I am a very simple journalist. Coming back to the topic. Firstly, the biggest question that people have been asking is why this happened. If there were no firing, there were no weapons, then why 20 soldiers of ours were martyred? And not to forget, a commanding officer is just like a general on the grounds. He is nothing but a father figure. No Jawans will accept their commanding officer being ill-treated or beaten. He was the first person who was attacked. So, the biggest question that comes to mind is why this attack happened and why our soldiers observed this, keeping silent. Perhaps, I don't know, but it's speculation, perhaps our army, our soldiers were not carrying weapons at all. Because according to the understanding that took place between India and China in 1993 and 1996, that none of the countries will attack on each other, and our army, which has always been honest and ethical, take it the Blue Star movement, when our army listened to the request of opening their shoes and entered Golden Temple. And here, in this case, it could be that our army were not carrying any weapons because they knew that this was according to a plan. The meeting had taken place, and it was just a follow-up drill. So Indian Army was in no position to understand that such a thing will take place. So it's very natural that Indian Army was not carrying the weapons. Well, many may ask why I'm harping on the same thing. The reason is I refuse to accept this is a scuffle. This is an attack. This is not, beg your pardon. This is a scuffle or this is a clash, quote unquote. This was a pre-planned, well-orchestrated, well-crafted attack. And another important point is, often this point is coming in the media that this 60 square kilometer issue, according to all the details and listening to all the army officers, I understand that this line of actual control is actually a point of difference of opinion. So it could be it could be positive to us, it could be negative to them, or vice versa. So there was no basic underlined point that this was actually China's land. Well, but as I said, I will not go into all those nitty-gritty of news because you have been listening to all this since Monday. I want to raise few points. One, often we hear people, read people on social media and even on roads, whomever I'm meeting since Monday, they are saying कि अब तो साहब चाइनीज सामान खरीदना बंद करना पड़ेगा. आरे बार चाइनीज जिनिस किनबो ना. We should stop Chinese products. That is an old issue. Buying Chinese product, using Chinese product. I would like to go into details because whenever we say of Chinese product, we always mention Chinese manja, the thread we use to fly kites, Chinese crackers, Chinese mobile phones, Chinese toys, Chinese lights. These are just 1/4 of the problem. Of course, we must and should stop buying Chinese products. But that is not the issue. What about the contracts that governments have been giving to the Chinese government? What about the very recent, the big contract that was given for COVID-19 kits? In spite of being condemned, the consignment was totally condemned. Yet again, contract was given, and it was a very big contract, if you remember. It was, I don't remember the exact number, but it was brought by a special plane. The contracts that Chinese government have been getting since many years, including Narendra Modi's regime, about the flyovers, the bridges, where they are part with the tender. What about the Mumbai corridor? And what will happen to the forthcoming the coal auction that is in the offing? Naturally, they will bid, and that means they will be staying in Delhi, they will be staying in India, they will be operating from here. Why can't we say no to them? प्रधानमंत्री ने कल कहा कि शहादत जाया नहीं जाएगा, बहुत अच्छी बात है। इस बात को तहे दिल से इस्तकबाल करते हैं प्रधानमंत्री का कि उन्होंने कहा कि जो शहादत हमारे सेना ने दी है ये जाया नहीं जाएगा, जाया जानी भी नहीं चाहिए। लेकिन साहब, उन कॉन्ट्रैक्टों का क्या होगा जो चाइनीज गवर्नमेंट को अब तक मिल रही है? क्या उन कॉन्ट्रैक्टों को सिरे से खारिज की जाएगी? क्या आज के बाद प्रधानमंत्री या सरकार ये कह पाएगी कि आज के बाद हम चाइना के साथ किसी भी तरह का ट्रेडिंग में नहीं जाएंगे? वी वोंट गो इन एनी काइंड ऑफ ट्रेडिंग विथ चाइना। कैन वी से दिस? I don't think so. Because the reason is very simple. Since the concept of startups had come to this country, of course it was one of the big initiative of Prime Minister Narendra Modi. There was a time when startups were going into doldrums. Many startups have, of course, closed down. A large chunk of money of Chinese industry, manufacturers, are invested in our startups. What about that? Can we say that close the startups and get out of this country? No, we can't. And this will not take place, that's for sure. If we can't say this, if we cannot show China the actual mirror, their reflection, then why are we saying that we will see them, we will take revenge? Why are we saying शहादत जाया नहीं जाएगा? किस शहादत की बात कर रहे हैं आप? शहादत पे शहादत, शहादत पे शहादत। क्या हमारी सेना को इसीलिए तैयार की गई है? आमतौर पे लोग कहते हैं, बड़ी शर्म की बात है, लेकिन मेरे सीनियर, मैं एक अखबार में काम करता था, नेशनल डेली, मैं नाम नहीं लेना चाहूंगा, कनॉट प्लेस में है, उनके जो डिप्टी न्यूज एडिटर बहुत अच्छे इंसान है, लेकिन उन्होंने मुझे कारगिल के टाइम कहा था, ही वाज अ बंगाली एंड ही सेड সৈনিকরা তো বলি প্রদত্ত হয়, मतलब सेना तो शहादत के लिए ही बनी है। Soldiers are made for sacrifices. Yes, they are. And they know this better than we do. They follow this better than we do. And perhaps this is the reason we are living, we are breathing. But the question is this the way for a soldier to die? Is this the way army should be used? Is proxy war the reason for an army to die, which is happening in Kashmir since ages? I am not going into politics, neither I am going into politics in this case. There are immense points if I come to politics. Unfortunately, some of the politicians are playing filthy political cards. A big stalwart from Congress have asked question about the chest size of Prime Minister Narendra Modi. This is not the time. Don't play this politics. Don't play this politics. I am not a saffron supporter. I am not a saffron bhakt. But still, don't do this. You are maligning the name of Indian Army. You are maligning the name of your country. Don't do this. This is the time, this is the hour for all the political parties. I know they will never forget. वरना सियासी रोटी कैसे सेकेंगे? किस चूल्हे पे सेकेंगे? दो ही तो चूल्हा है सियासतदानों के पास, एक फिरका परस्ती का और एक खैर. The reason Indian Army has shown immense patience throughout. As I said, the biggest example was in case of Blue Star movement. Due respect to all my Sikh friends, but Blue Star movement, Indian Army showed immense restraints. Army could have finished Jarnail Singh Vindrawale in few seconds, but Indian Army paid heed to their request. They removed their shoes and then they went into Harmandir Sahib, Golden Temple and the adjoining places. जो लोग हमारे सेना को कोसते हैं, कहते हैं कि ये गलत काम किया है या ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए, तब मैं उनसे पूछता हूं, क्या एक सेकंड के लिए आप लोग तमाम मतभेद, तमाम फिरका परस्ती, तमाम मजहब, तमाम सब कुछ भूल देश के लिए नहीं सोच सकते हैं? क्या एक सेकंड के लिए ये जो सो कॉल्ड एथिकल बात आप करते हैं कि सेना में भी गलती है? यस, नो आर्मी इज होली काउ, सोल्जर्स कांट बी होली काउ, बट दैट डजंट मीन वी हैव द ऑडेसिटी, आई यूज द वर्ड ऑडेसिटी, to condemn them in defense matters. Other things are different. Coming back to the point what I was raising actually, why Indian Army will have to come every time in rescue in proxy wars? Is Army really made for proxy wars? Why Indian Army will have to mitigate in pseudo-religious and political wars that are taking place at various places? You also know, I also know. Are our soldiers made for this sacrifice? क्या इस शहादत के लिए हमारी सेना IMA या NDA में भर्ती होती है? किस बात शहादत की बात करते हैं आप लोग? किस शहादत की बात करते हैं? पीठ पीछे से गोली मारना, झाड़ियों में छुप के गोली मारना, कश्मीर में एक बिल्डिंग को घेर लिया जाता है, हमारी सेना दबे पांव उसमें घुसने की कोशिश करती है, ऊपर से गोली मार दी जाती है। आज तक तो साहब ये आलम था कि इन लोगों को हथियार चलाने की भी आजादी नहीं थी। अब तो फिर भी चलो ठीक है, मोदी गवर्नमेंट ने कम से कम ये कहा है कि हम आपके हाथ खोल देते हैं। एंड फॉर दिस 1000 salutations to Defense Minister and Prime Minister Narendra Modi since the day this government has taken charge. It said, we will unleash the hands of Indian Army whenever required. And yesterday, Defense Minister Rajnath Singh, kudos to him, kudos to Rajnath Singh for saying, commanding officer will have all the authorities to take stand, to take the decision, whatever required on fields. That means they are not mere puppets. Indian Army is no more a puppet. Indian Army can now take decisions. And this has happened in Modi government. This also means that previously for every small decision, our officers, our soldiers had to look up to Sena Bhawan and Defense Ministry. This is not happening now. Once again, kudos to Modi government for this. Coming to Galwan, I really don't understand my fraternity. Hats off to my fraternity, because they still are calling this quote unquote clash. Come on, how can this be a clash? आप एक निहत्थे पे गोली चलाते हैं, आप क्लैश का नाम देते हैं. उनके पास डंडे थे जिनमें कीलें लगी हुई थी. आप उस डंडे से मारते हैं एक निहत्थे को और आप झड़प का नाम देते हैं. Chinese army were having sticks with nails in them. And according to all the confirmed reports, the Chinese army hit our officer as commanding officer and our Jawans, our soldiers, with that. And even after that, some of the pseudo ethical people on social media are saying, well, there could have been some missing links at our end also. You should be ashamed. You should be ashamed. Even if there are missing links, have little consideration that you belong to this country. And don't forget, this attack would not have taken place if our army were equipped with the weapons. They should have, because weapons are, as they call, their second wife. Well, to sum up today's live, I know many people will send me messages with abuses, as I call it, love letters. If not on Facebook, because there are not such people on Facebook, on Twitter I am going to get abuses, I know. But before summing up, I just want to say only one thing. If India government really wants to respect the sacrifice, agar shahadat ko इज्जत देनी है, इन सैनिकों की शहादत को सम्मान देना है, तो सबसे पहले तो साहब ये करिए कि जो तमाम कॉन्ट्रैक्ट जो आप लोगों ने दे रखी है चाइना को, वो बंद करिए. It's high time. Finish off the trading links. A couple of minutes ago, one of my friend, my school friend, actually had sent snippet news on WhatsApp. I just want to share the gist of it. It says that once Britain was selling its products in Japan, but after the Hiroshima and Nagasaki, Britain is not even allowed to enter Japan because Japan has not allowed them to enter. Can't we do this to China? Lastly, and finally, Prime Minister Narendra Modi and Xi Jinping had 18 meetings. Is this the outcome of the meeting? And I want to ask one thing here. और इसके बाद शायद कुछ लोगों को मैं बुरा लगने लगूंगा, मैं विलन बन जाऊंगा, लेकिन यह पूछना जरूरी है. आज से 4 साल या 3 साल पहले साबरमती रिवर फ्रंट में रेड कारपेट बिछाकर जो इस्तकबाल किया गया था शी जिनपिंग का, गांधी म्यूजियम में ले जाकर उनको चरखा दिखाया गया था, तमाम चीजें दिखाई गई थी और नरेंद्र मोदी और जिनपिंग झूले में झूले थे. क्या उन सब चीजों का यह हश्र है? Will Prime Minister Narendra Modi now again try to build up the so-called diplomatic ties with China? Again, red carpets will be spread across Sabarmati riverfront. Swings will be placed where Prime Minister Narendra Modi and Xi Jinping will swing. Chinese premier will be taken to Mahatma Gandhi Museum. I beg your pardon. What is the reason behind these kind of so-called friendly ties we do? Isn't it high time to stop all this? Will India give a befitting reply to China? I am not talking of war or proxy war. That's very easy. Because you are basically forwarding the soldiers at the front. सेना को आगे कर देना आसान है. उनको तो पता ही है साहब कि हमें तो शहादत देनी है, हम तो बने ही हैं शहादत के लिए. Will Indian government stop trade links, diplomatic ties, and so-called friendly relations with China? I leave you with this. I leave you with the thought. Before that, अगर मेरी बात आपको बुरी लगी है, लग सकती है, आप इत्मीनान रखें. मुझे आप गाली दें, मुझे आप भला बुरा कहें सर आंखों पर, लेकिन कमेंट जरूर करिएगा, लाइक और हार्ट मत छोड़िएगा. इससे लाइव करने का जज्बा बढ़ता है. If you don't like any of my points, if you feel that I have been childish, if you feel that I was talking nonsense, please feel free to comment, please feel free to write. Don't just put thumbs up or heart sign. As I always say, your comments, your reactions, bad, good, criticism, appreciation, gives the kick to work further. I leave you with a thought. It's for you to decide now whether you will buy Chinese products or not. Because these things were at the government level, which are not in your hand. But buying or procuring Chinese products is in our hands. So it's totally up to us whether to buy or say no to Chinese products. Decide for yourself. And before ending, my salutations to the soldiers who were martyred. My salutations to all the soldiers who give their life because of some of the mistakes, some of the follies of our politicians, because this is not the death of our brave soldiers. Salutations to soldiers who give their lives for the country.